Gemini, they cannot believe what you said because whatever you said, it like sliced right through their soul. And they're shook because it's like they're thinking about it. They're constantly like dwelling on it and it sliced right through and now it's like they're thinking about it and they're telling other people about it. So it's like everybody's talking about it. It's specifically something that you said. Whatever you said was like alarming, but it was more alarming than they'll ever admit. It like hit them like a ton of bricks. Like whatever you said, it was a truth that hit with force. It feels to me like they kind of felt like when you said it, like they got smacked right in the face. Okay, you may have dropped a huge truth bomb that needed to be said. Maybe you had to get it off your chest, or you strongly felt like you needed to be the one to say it because maybe nobody else was going to say it. Okay? Spirit is really proud of you for saying what needed to be said in that moment. What you said, it might not have been long and drawn out because I'm getting that. It could have been as simple as like a sentence or two. But you said something and it was so direct and it was very undeniable. And now the words are like reverberating in somebody's head. And they're echoing and they're thinking about it over and over and over again. And Spirit keeps showing me a stone being dropped into like a pond or something like that. And like it has like some kind of ripple effect all around it. So like you could have said this months or weeks ago, maybe years ago, but yet like that ripple effect, people are still talking about it. Dang. Or they're still thinking about it or dwelling on it. They're still trying to figure out, why did this affect them so deeply? And Spirit is saying that first thing Spirit is bringing through is that a lot of you said this thing that was truth, right? And this person, they might have like been in utter shock. Maybe they ignored it or minimized it. At the time, they might have even pretended that it wasn't a big deal. But then it's like life kind of like proved that you were right. So they were jolted into some kind of realization, like what you said was so profound. And your words just came like rushing back as soon as this happened. So you could have like said what was going to say, like, if you don't stop this, this is going to happen or whatever. And now they're remembering exactly what you said. And they hated how accurate you were in that moment. They just hated it. You held up some kind of mirror, is what Spirit said for somebody. And I don't feel that many of you were attacking anyone. I actually feel the opposite. I think that for many of you, you just held up a mirror. And it reflected something. Because sometimes when people look at the mirror, Spirit is showing me somebody looking at the mirror. They're getting angry at the mirror for what they see. And it's like, hey, dumbass, why are you getting mad at the mirror? It's simply reflecting something back to you that's inside of you, So like this person's got some issues, okay? They're blaming you for their own stuff. Somebody here might have been dealing with somebody who wanted to be enmeshed with them or control them or make you feel guilty or silence you. That's what Spirit said. And this could have been somebody who wanted to pretend that, oh, everything's fine. And then you came along and you were like, no, it's not fine. Something is not right here. And Spirit is like highlighting something here, maybe family dynamics. Some of you were cycle breakers in your family, Spirit is saying. You were the ones to shine a light on the truth of a situation. You were the daring one and you were the one who said something. Maybe you were like, why is everyone pretending this is normal? Okay. Or you called a spade, okay? So, in an unhealthy family structure, everybody kind of like unconsciously learns their role. There's like a caretaker, there's a rescuer, they say, there's like a peacemaker, a scapegoat, and a golden child. Right? Sometimes there's even an invisible child, like somebody who maybe is like a middle child. Then one person stops everything. That is you. You stopped everything. You stopped some kind of system because this system was like unstable. So you were like, I'm not participating in this BS anymore. This is what people are talking about. That you like removed yourself from a situation and you called something out. Like you were like, this is bullshit. And you stopped playing the role that somebody assigned to you in some kind of system, whether that be in a family system or a work system, okay? There was something you said, one sentence or one word, even maybe for some of you, and it sliced like a knife right through somebody. And you're just like, I'm not apologizing for what I said. And that minute, that moment in time where you said, I'm not apologizing for things that I already know, your voice was very steady with your delivery. And I think too, that's what people can't stop talking about too, is like that you were so strong when you said it. It's not just what you said, but how you said it with such authority and like, this is it. And the emphasis behind your words was so meaningful. They felt it, and it landed very differently than anything else they have ever heard in their life. It carried a lot of weight, okay? And your voice carries authority. And I heard at times, like, you can be ruthless if you have something that you need to say. And I heard you say it, so you don't pretend. But somebody wanted you to stay smaller, keep silent, and not say anything. And some people are talking about this situation where you said this thing and they're saying how much they deeply actually admire you. But some people are confused and they're talking about it because they're confused. And some are talking about it because they're uncomfortable. Why are they uncomfortable? Well, Spirit is telling me that they really did literally expect you to stay small or shrink yourself for them. But you're not a victim. And you don't shrink yourself for anybody, anyone. And you're too strong for that, okay? I'm going to go ahead and get some tarot cards, but you're too strong for that. It's bullcrap. And you're speaking differently now. You're walking differently. You're even carrying yourself differently. And somebody's not happy with this new you. People can sense this new you. And Spirit wants you to hear something so pivotal right now. Your voice is returning to you, and it's a miracle. And it's your instrument to use it, to say what you need to say, because something needed to be said for a long time. And what you said was so important, and it took so much courage. And you have healed, and you know that, and your feelings matter. Your intuition and your instincts matter. And so I feel like you got this newfound strength about you. And it's like now that you know that you'll say anything, and now it's like you're totally unpredictable. People actually fear the things that you might say, because you're just gonna call it out, and your words, they don't come from a place of fear or uncertainty. Like when you speak, you know what the hell you're talking about, and you're going to say whatever you feel called to say in that moment. That's why your words hit like a ton of bricks in somebody's face. Okay? Spirit is bringing through the energy of Ma'at. Ma'at in ancient Egypt, truth was considered a living force. It wasn't just an idea, okay? It was a force to be reckoned with. It was a power, and it was a principle, okay? And it maintained order in the universe. And Spirit is saying a lot of you have been operating from this Ma'at energy recently, which is all about truth and balance, coming to alignment with everything. And that's why your words carried such an impact. Your words are coming from being in a place of alignment, and that's super powerful. So now these people are just like replaying it in their head. They're driving home after work. They're thinking about it. They're laying down at night. You know, they're thinking about what was said. You didn't even have to yell or scream at the top of your lungs or anything like that. You didn't have to argue with anybody, but they can't believe what you said. The other thing is they couldn't find a hole in what you said because it was so damn accurate. It was grounded and it was real. And this reality and the things that you said is lingering, and that's why people are talking about what you said. I think the biggest thing that Spirit wants to bring through is that people are talking about the fact that you said it. Because some people never expected like this level of wisdom from you, or like they never expected this level of like ballsiness, or like, I don't even know if that's a word, but you know what I mean? Like, or you're using your discernment, okay? And yeah, somebody underestimated how much healing you've done, and they underestimated how much you've learned, how deeply you've changed, as a person. And the person that they thought they knew is long gone, okay? And a stronger version stands here now. You're wiser. You're a clear channel for Spirit, Spirit said. You're more powerful. And when some people look at you, they think you're confident now, you're wise, you're courageous. But some people think you're very intimidating. But all of the people, every single one of them that have heard about what this thing is that you said, they're all shocked by your authenticity. And that's why everybody keeps talking about it, because it was felt, okay? It was felt, not just heard, it was felt on every single level in their body. I mean, I think you said it and they could have had like a body reaction. Your words definitely started some kind of cascading effect. And it still echoes right now. I'm telling you, this is about communication. So this is about something you said. Now, you might have texted somebody this thing, or you might have said it out loud over the phone or in person, or you could have said something on a Zoom call. Maybe for somebody out there, you were in a Zoom meeting for work, and maybe you were in a staff meeting and nobody was saying what needed to be said. And you were the only one that had the balls to say it. You're one of those people that's a catalyst. You make happen. And sometimes people don't like that, but some of the things, they just need to be said sometimes, right? You're the one to say it. Or this could have been like a family dynamic where there was bullying going on, or narcissistic abuse, or somebody trying to enmesh with you or someone else in this family dynamic, and you were like, enough is enough. This is bullshit. And you stood up for yourself or someone else. This could have even been a friend sphere, showing me like a certain friend who wasn't really a friend. And I don't know why, but I'm getting like an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. But whoever this is, oh my gosh, this person always had to be like the center of attention. And maybe you called them out on it, or they were like, pushing your boundaries over and over again, and then finally you called them out. Maybe you called them out in front of other people. Spirit is showing me different situations for everybody here who's watching. It's going to be unique to you. We also have a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries sun, moon, or ascendant. That could be you or one of these people. I love how Spirit brings through these court cards because it's always fun. It's like Spirit is spilling the tea. Spirit wants you to know about this person. I feel like this person, whoever this is, they could have dark hair, and they could have, like, if this is a guy, he could have like a very built body, maybe be into fitness or taking good care of himself. This could be somebody who is very artistic too. We have the Four of Swords. So that's for like taking a time out. And I feel like since you had this thing happen where you said this truth or whatever you said, there's been like a timeout from this person or these people. I mean, hell, for some of you, you said it to more than one person. You said it to a group. I just heard good for you. And like, I'm seeing like the angels and your spirit guides like clapping, like, wow, like they're so proud of you. And yeah, maybe you thought about it quite a bit and you knew you had to say it, or it could have been impulsive. Maybe you just said it because you had enough and you were like, I'm done. Like, I'm done. Enough is enough. But yeah, that's like a timeout, a pause for some of you. I do feel like this was a well thought out thing you were going to say. But whatever it was, when you said it, it was blunt, and it may have caused a rift or a separation after you said it. Maybe you decided after you said it, you were walking away. Okay? And then we have a Knight of Cups, which is a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. So you could be a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer sun, moon, or ascendant, or this person could be. Okay? This could be somebody who is a tarot reader. This could be somebody who this person, if this is somebody that you know who you said this to, or one of the people you said a truth bomb to, this person could be somebody who's like very emotional, or they also may try to hide their feelings quite a lot. Okay? Like they may think they have a good poker face, but what they don't know is you can read them like a book. And then we have the Devil. That can stand for Capricorn. So Capricorn sun, moon, or ascendant for you, or one of these people, okay? Now, the Devil can stand for a toxic relationship. This could be somebody who was chained to an addiction. Maybe you called them out on their behaviors or something. I don't know. Maybe you said something to somebody like, you better stop what you're doing, or whatever. It could be anything, but whatever it is, you were very brave. This person could also be into like sorcery, or they could have like some kind of gambling problem, or they're chained or bound to something toxic. They could have a lot of toxic traits, but I really do get the feeling like you've let go. You're not tied to this person. Oh, Spirit just said they wanted to tie themselves to you, but you're not tied to them. They may have tried to send you a spirit of confusion. And for some of you, it could have been in a romantic sense. And they could have tried to, if this was like a romantic sense, this is telling me that they could have tried to send you, this way I could say that would be like they did something late at night. I have to watch my words here on YouTube. They did something late at night when they were alone, right? You know, if you get my drift. And they were thinking of you, and they used that, they harnessed that energy to try to send it to you, to try to bind with you in that way. With something about the root chakra, okay? And I think something about the root and sacral chakra. And they tried to bond to you. And they tried to use that to form a bond with you. And it's a type of magic, like black magic or something, but it didn't work. It didn't have a hold on you. It wasn't reciprocated. You weren't playing into it. That's what I got for somebody out there, okay? And one of these reasons, whoever this was who you said this to, maybe you called them out on it. Maybe you exposed them to other people, or you called them out on trying to do this magic or send you bad juju or whatever. They were trying to block your blessings. They were trying to stop you, like bump you off your tracks and try to get you to not be able to have success or to manifest what you want. We have a Knight of Pentacles. This could be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn sun, moon, or ascended individual. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. So whoever this was, they did not really like to express their emotions, but like I said, you could read them like a book. You could always tell if they were in a good mood or bad mood, even though they tried to act like everything was okay. You could tell this person at one point was seethingly jealous of you. They tried to act charming. Spirit just said this person could be a community narcissist or communal narcissist, where they like try to look good in front of everybody else. Or they could have been a cerebral narcissist, where they try to act smarter than other people. But it's like you could see right through this person, that they're not all that they project or, you know, promote themselves to be or pretend to be. They're not all that intelligent. They're not what they're portraying themselves to be. And you could tell that about them, and boy, like you saw the real them, and maybe you called them out on it. Maybe you called them what they truly are, like a raging narcissist or something like that. Or maybe you looked them right in the face and you're like, you have problems. I think what I'll do now is I'll go ahead and get my alien bin. Okay, so I've got this big old alien bin and it's completely full of all of these channeled messages. How fun is that? I'm going to ask that spirit uses my hand to, pull out the messages that you need to know. This could be in relation to this truth that you spoke, or it could be something else that spirit really wants you to know right now. So, spirit, please guide my hand. Help to pull out the messages that the person watching this video right now needs to hear today. Don't let yourself be defeated. So, whenever you think about this, just know that you are supported. You're not defeated. Nobody can take you down. Patience is needed now. So, Spirit just wants you to know that, if you're in a hurry or you're waiting for something to happen or you feel pressure, Spirit's saying a little patience is going to be doing you a lot of good right now. So, that's for somebody. You save lives. So, just know that how important you are and you're making an impact in this world. Yes, that is really happening. So for some of you, maybe you're like, wow, is this true? Is this really happening? And spirit just wants to confirm that yes, this is really happening. Okay? Yes, you have haters. You'll always have haters when you're doing something as bold and amazing as you're doing in your life. The path that you're on, you're a bold leader. You're almost giving King of Swords energy. You're a bold leader. You speak your truth, That can be highly intimidating. Yeah, you're charismatic and there's opportunities abound for you. You live your life with intentionality. That's what Spirit just said. Be yourself because you're awesome, right? Choose love over fear. That's always good advice. What else do they need to know, Spirit? Poker face. So, yeah, somebody around you had a poker face. Whoever this was, they could have been a water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. It could be any of those signs that I mentioned or somebody else. But they thought that they really had a good poker face and they really thought that they had you fooled, but you could see right through them like they were transparency paper. They are very threatened by you. Yeah. And jealous. But somebody here is very, very threatened by you. That's why they were acting out. It says, be brave and do what you know you need to do. So Spirit is calling you to continue to be brave and continue to do what you need to do. You were very brave to say what you did. Keep it on, okay? Whenever you feel called to or doing what you need to do in the moment, Spirit is guiding you, I heard. They are messing up your energy. Well, they're trying to. They're trying to mess up with your energy, but it's not happening. They can't mess with you. It's okay to delegate. So if you feel overwhelmed in any area of your life, it's okay to ask for help. Spirit just wants to put that out there for somebody. What else, Spirit? You uplift me. So you've got somebody like I'm Cloud 9, and you make people feel very uplifted in your presence. Sunday Best by Surfaces. That's a good song. You may want to listen to that if you feel inspired. Evil eye was sent to you, but your angels blocked it. Hell yeah, they blocked that. And you can claim that. Claim it in your heart. Say it in the comments. And say it with feeling. Because when you claim it with feeling, the emotion behind it is energy in motion. And it really fuels that claiming, okay? And it makes it super powerful. So yeah, you can even put 444 in the comments. You are protected and everything happens for a reason. So just know that. Everything happens for a reason. Be proud of who you are because Spirit is very proud of you. And you should be very proud of yourself. You've come a long, long ways. You're on a new journey, you're on a new path, and nobody can bump you off of your path. Gatekeeper, Light worker, you could resonate with being a gatekeeper or a light worker. Happiness is yours, so keep moving. Friends enter our lives for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. So, Spirit just wants you to keep that in mind. Not everybody is meant to stay in your life forever. And some people come into our life for a reason. And it's, maybe we have a soul assignment to them, or like maybe we're supposed to teach them something, or they're teaching us something. Try not to overshare. That's been coming through like a lot in the readings lately, like just like a reminder not to share your goals and your hopes and wishes with everybody. Like keep it private. Don't focus too much on details, okay? Try to see like the bigger picture Spirit is saying for whoever needs to hear that message. And you are super knowledgeable. I get the impression that some of you are working on a project or something. Don't get too caught up in the details, whatever that may be. Cover your ass, okay? So somebody needs to hear that message. I don't know who that's for, but if that's for you, you'll know. What else, Spirit? You have spiritual gifts that are coming online. Big time. Follow your instincts because your intuition is 99.9% accurate, okay? Live life to the fullest, just like the Yes Man movie with Jim Carrey. I love that movie. Let's get a couple more. You are healing broken parts. You came to Earth School to grow, to learn, to play, to enjoy the journey. All right, so we had that yesterday. That's crazy that came out again. I'm going to shuffle these up a little bit more. A need to continue whatever you've been doing. So yeah, keep going, keep moving. And you can read people and objects. So you can hold an object and you can read energy that's in that object. What a gift. They're secretly hating on you because they can't be you. Somebody wants to be you. Not be like you, they want to be you. They may have tried to swap souls or destiny with you, but that ain't happening, okay? Thank you so much for being here today. That was awesome, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment and let me know if this was your reading. Sending you all so much love, light, and positivity your way.